What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video. Shouts out to Catastrophe, Iceman, and Gibby32A. So anyway, I want to go into today's video. I've just been making these videos for about maybe a little over 2 weeks, something like that. And I've been getting some love and some hate in the comment section. And of course, the hate's been coming from fanboys. Sony ponies, to be exact. So, you know, you got the guys that come in there, they'll tell you right off the bat, oh yeah, I got a PlayStation 4. Fuck the Xbox. The Xbox is trash. You're a fanboy. Now, how am I a fanboy? I have the PlayStation 4 and I have the Xbox One. Am I a fanboy because I play the Xbox One more? Or is it because when I did my videos comparing the features, you could clearly see that the Xbox One's features were better? Now, one of the features that happened to be better at the time, which was editing the clips, happens to be now better on the PlayStation after the update. And I also made a video about that also. But does that change my mind about the PlayStation versus the X1? No. That is where I play my games, on the Xbox One. I think it's a much better console. I don't give a shit about the GDDR5 RAM. They could put GDDR10 RAM in there for all the fuck I give a shit. Then you got people arguing about 1080p, 60 frames per second. Now, this is what I've heard from a lot of Sony ponies, that there's no way you're going to have a game that's 900p, 720p, that's going to look better than a game that's native 1080p. Wrong. Rise clearly looks leaps and bounds better than Spider-Man. Actually, it bitch slaps the shit out of Spider-Man. You can say what you want. That 900p game, to me, is the best looking game out on the consoles right now. And that also includes Infamous. And that's my opinion. Now, other people might not see it that way. Shit, I've heard Sony ponies even say that they thought Knack looked better than Rise. That's their opinion. But when you start saying facts, you're wrong. There's no facts when it comes to that. You can have 5 dudes in a room with one woman. She has the same nose, same lips, same eyes, same ears, same hair to everyone. But everybody will see her in a different way. Everybody. Some might think she's beautiful. Some might think she's ugly. Some might say she's too fat. She's too skinny. She's too short. She's too tall. So, this is my opinion. Rise is the best looking game right now on any console, and that's just my opinion. And because I say that, the Sony fanboys get upset and go, oh man, you're an Xbox. No, I just prefer the Xbox, but I'm going to keep it real. If something's better on the PlayStation, I will say something's better on the PlayStation. But another thing I want to talk about is these little boys, as I'm going to call them. Some of them are grown men, but these little boys that are only into one system, whether it be PlayStation or Xbox. If you going to a place where you know it's pretty much they're in favor of one console over the other, why would you go there and hang out and then make your little dumb comments? Like, for instance, I was in a Facebook group. The first Facebook group I was in was Fat Gamers group. Shout out to Fat Gamer. It was Xbox Strong. I'm also in PlayStation Strong also. But I was in Xbox Strong. And there was this man-child in there who kept posting nothing but negative videos, negative, everything negative on the Xbox. So I just asked him, I said, if you don't like Xbox, why are you in a group titled Xbox Strong? I said, they do have other rooms, PlayStation Strong, stuff like that. And he told me something about he was deciding whether he wanted to buy an Xbox or some dumb shit he said. He had already made his mind up he was getting a PlayStation 4, and he wanted to come in there and try to think he was going to sway people into going, you know what, all this stuff that you're, putting out here, I think I'm going to change my mind and get a PlayStation 4. That was what his purpose was. Now, the next group I went over to is Bang Bang Next Gen Gamers, which I'm currently a member of that. Now, they do the same thing over there, but the difference is this is an open group. It doesn't have a title like Bang Bang Xbox Gamers or Bang Bang Sony Gamers or Bang Bang Wii U Gamers. It's Bang Bang Next Gen Gamers. So I can understand people being in there from Sony, the Wii, from Xbox or whatever. And I can see the little trolls and the ponies posting their negative stuff. And Xbox guys do the same shit, post negative shit about Sony, but all they doing is fighting back because the Sony guys have been attacking the Xbox guys ever since they heard, or first they started off with the press conference showing that, showing the features, and because they didn't show games. That's how it started. Then it was when you found out that they was going to do all the DRM, that was just another nail in the coffin. So you've been on the Xbox guys ever since then. And now you're on this dumb bullshit about the resolution and the 60 frames per second. Another thing about the frame rate. Digital Foundry. You can go to YouTube and punch in all the games they done tested for the Xbox One and for the PlayStation. AAA titles. Not those freaking indies. AAA titles. And when you get on there, this is what you're going to see from Killzone when they test them frame rates for the 60 frames per second they claim that they have. This is what you're going to see. You see that? That is not a 60 frame. This may be up to about 50 some frames or whatever. But this is their frame rate. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, you go there and punch in Forza Motorsport 5. And this is what you see. A straight line going all the way across. That is 60 frames, stable frames that's locked constantly through the whole video. But this is what you were seeing from Killzone. And this is the stuff that you want to beat your chest about. About how it's 60 frames. That's a blatant lie right there. They even put 60 frames on that. But it's okay for you to lie on doing something like that. Let this have been Forza, and you ponies would have been lost your mind, been talking about, Microsoft ain't for the consumers, they're not gamers, you'd have crucified that console. A lot of you Sony fanboys happen to be hypocrites. And when I say Sony fanboys, please know that I'm not talking about you guys who happen to be PlayStation fans. I have a friend, he's a PlayStation fan. He'll see shit that's on the Xbox One. He go, oh man, that's cool as shit. I wish we had some shit like that. I'm not going to go get me an Xbox, but I wish we had some shit like that. Fanboy? Oh no, that's dog shit. Who wants to watch TV? Who wants to be able to snap shit? Who wants to go from app to app without closing it out first? Who cares about all that shit? If I want to talk to my TV and tell it to turn off, I just go get my remote. That's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. How convenient is it for me to just sit there playing my TV? The shit's too loud. I just say Xbox, volume down, and the shit goes down by itself. Or I can't hear somebody and they're saying something. Xbox mute. Now, if I'm playing the PlayStation and somebody's talking to me, now I got to get up to get my remote, or I have to get my remote beforehand and sit it next to me just in case I need to turn it up, turn it down, or mute it, or do something, you know, like that, when I can just tell my Xbox to do the shit and it does it. I think that some of you fanboys are crazy. You know, I subscribe to a lot of YouTubers, and pretty much all the ones I'm going to say you guys are going to hate. I'm not going to, you know, name every single one, but I'm going to name the ones, and I know you guys are going to be scratching your head. Oh, man, I hate that guy. Some of them are the most hated people on YouTube. You're probably naming them off before I even say anything. Next Gen 720, Crap Gamer, Showstopper 2121, John Doe 813, Gibmeister XB1 doesn't get as much hate, but those guys really get a lot of hate. And one of the dudes that hated on my videos was making comments on my videos. Then I go over to, you know, Showstoppers and them videos to see their stuff, and that same guy's over there. Then he's over in Next Gens. Then he's over in Crap Gamers. Then he's over in John Doe's. What is he, stalking us? I mean, for real, if you love your PlayStation so much, why don't you play your PlayStation? Why don't you go over there and feel more comfortable with, you know, shout out to Blackbuster Critic. Why don't you go over there and hang out with him? Now, I know what Blackbuster Critic's deal is, and I don't go over there and make comments on his videos. Talk all the shit you want about the Xbox. Doesn't bother me. I'm not going to go over there and watch. I know what he's about, so I'm not going to go watch his videos. I'm not going to sub to him. I'm not going to make comments in his comment area trying to argue back and forth about resolution, about who's more customer friendly and all that other stuff. Because frankly, I don't care. I have a PlayStation. So when you come to me and say, you know, well, it's got the resolution and it's got 60 frames per second, you act like I'm missing out on something. I can get this shit on the PlayStation if I want. I just don't choose to. I like the Xbox One better. And if you like the PlayStation better, that's fine. I don't care. But don't come at me and tell me that, you know, it's a fact that, you know, the PlayStation happens to be better when it's not a fact. It's your opinion. Oh, yeah, and by the way, for you PC guys, I'm just going to speak for not all the console people, because some of the console people have PCs too. But I'm going to speak for the people who don't have PC. We don't give a shit about the PC. If we, you know, we've heard all the, we have the best graphics. We have the resolution too. We have the 60 frames and 120 frames per second. If I wanted to get a PC, I would have got a PC. But I'm not a PC gamer. Period. But anyway, fanboys don't love their system. They just hate yours. Peace out.